Welcome to a yoga class designed for growth, transformation, and change. Today, I invite you to come to a comfortable seated position in Sukhasana. Root down into your sits bones and lengthen up through the crown of your head. Close your eyes. We will begin our practice today with 3 cleansing breaths. Begin by emptying out your lungs. Take a deep inhale through the nose and hold your breath all the way at the top. Now open up your mouth, exhale, sigh it out. Next breath in, think of something that is no longer serving you. Hold the breath. Exhale, let it go. Last breath, receive your beautiful life force. Hold it. Let that prana swirl around inside of you. Exhale, release it. Continue to close your eyes while I ring the gong 3 times. The sound healing from a gong has been known to clear negative energy. And with everything that is happening currently in our global situation, I dedicate this practice to renewal. So sitting where you are, begin to roll your shoulders a few times. And then switch directions. Maybe drop your chin to your chest. And then keeping your eyes closed, lift your chin up towards the sky. If it feels good, you can start to roll your chin down towards one shoulder, down to the heart, and then the other shoulder. And then switch directions. Chin to chest, to the shoulder, and then the other shoulder. Just making gentle circles with your neck. If you have it in your practice, to draw full circles by looking up towards the sky and rolling your head around in one direction, you're welcome to. And then switching sides. Now switch the crossing of your legs. Continue to ground down, root down into your sits bones, but grow tall in the spine. On an inhale, you can open your eyes softly if you'd like and gaze up towards your hands as you extend them. And on your exhale, bring your hands down to your heart space. Let's do that 3 more times. Inhale the arms up, setting the intention for growth. Exhale, bring your hands in salutation at your heart space. Inhale, reaching the arms up, setting the intention for change. Exhale, bring those hands to your heart space. Last time, inhale, extend through the arms, lift through the fingertips and reach. Set the intention for transformation. Exhale, hands in prayer in front of your heart. From here, you can draw your hands forward and stretch through your spine, tucking your chin towards your chest, reaching actively down into the fingertips, engaging the biceps and triceps, keeping the elbows lifted off the ground. Connecting to breath. And now walk your hands back. If it feels good, press your palms towards your hips, down into the earth, fingertips facing towards your feet. And levitate those hips up, opening up your chest, finding a little back bend. Expanding through the collarbones here. Heart's rising. Big breath in. Exhale the hips down. From here, crawl yourself forward onto your hands and your knees, finding your tabletop position. Stack the shoulders over the wrists, stack the hips over the knees, and on an inhale, drop your belly. Lift up through your heart, expand through your chest. Exhale, push the earth down, round through your spine, tucking your chin. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, rounding. Inhale to draw the heart forward, the tailbone back. Exhale, rounding like an angry cat. Now come to a neutral spine. We're going to do something similar. Perhaps walk your hands a little bit more slightly forward towards the top of your mat. And this time, inhale, draw your hips towards your right wrist, your left wrist, all the way back and around in a big circle on your exhale. Inhale your hips forward, exhale your hips back. Keep going at your own pace. Finding ways to open up your spine, to expand, to lengthen, to lubricate your joints. You can make these movements big or small. Giving me one more big circle, and then switch directions. On your inhale, you're drawing your hips forward towards the wrists, exhaling your hips back in space. If you would like to close your eyes through this moving meditation, you are welcome to. One more circle. Good, and then walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. From here, we will find puppy dog position. So keeping your hips in line with your knees, simply start to walk your hands forward. Maybe bring your forehead down to the mat. And if you'd like even more, and this is possible on your neck, bring your chin down to the mat. Otherwise known as heart melting pose. Allow yourself to surrender here, to soften, to relax, and to let go. Two more breaths. And then slowly walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. And from here, I want you to turn your wrists towards the top of your mat, fingertips back towards your knees. Curl your toes under if it's available, and press those toes down. Now you can stay here, or you can start to shift your hips back towards your heels, stretching through your forearms and your wrists. And then backing off when you're ready. And now lastly, bring the tops of your hands down, palms facing up. You can bend your elbows here and maybe take a few cat-cows. Inhale, drawing the tailbone back. Exhale, pulling the navel towards the spine. And then going at your own pace. Trying to release the wrists. A lot of us during this time of COVID are glued to our TVs, glued to our devices, our cell phones. We need to move through our fear, our trauma, our anxiety, our stress, and release where we are holding tension. Come back into tabletop position. Now when you're ready, plant those palms, press those toes down, and inhale the knees just above the earth. Let those knees hover. In fact, the closer you get those knees down to the floor, the more you'll activate your core. So begin by drawing your tailbone back and your heart forward in space. Keep stacking the shoulders over the wrists. Notice your ribs, knit your ribs together. Pull the navel to spine. Take a big inhale. And exhale, lift your hips up. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. You can pedal it out if you'd like. Wiggle those hips side to side. In other words, do anything here but stay still. Allow your body to feel what it feels, to move how it desires, and to explore with an open mind, looking for change. Now steady out your downward facing dog. Look forward, come to those tippy toes, plant those palms, and take about 8 baby steps up towards your thumbs, trying to keep your hands glued to the mat. When you get there, you can have feet together or separated, hips distance, micro bend the knees, and find a nice forward fold and waterfall. Think about your torso cascading over your legs. We say bend the knees as to release the lower spine and to not worry about the hamstrings. If you'd like to sway, you can sway. If you're clasping opposite elbows, switch the clasp. And then allow yourself to nod your head, yes. Or shake it, no, releasing any tension in the neck. Bring those hands or fingertips down to the earth. On an inhale, find Ardha Uttanasana, flat back. If this is too much, bring your fingertips to your shins. And exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, roll the shoulder heads away from the ears. Exhale, release. One more, inhale to find length, finding your flat back. And exhale, dive down, let go. Now root to rise, plant those feet, bend the knees, inhale the arms up towards the sky. Palms kiss at the top. And exhale, Samastitihi. And if you'd like to set your own intention for your practice today, you're welcome to close your eyes, bow your heads, press those palms together, sealing this intention, whatever it may be. And now from here, lift your arms up towards the sky, spread through the fingertips, and then take the thumbs, wrap the thumbs, linking them together, and open up your fingers. Think of this as a butterfly mudra for your hands. You can look up towards that butterfly you just made. And just for a moment, Realize that when you take this butterfly mudra with your fingertips expanding in all directions, it is symbolic of growth, change, and transformation. Allow that to resonate within the body. Take a deep breath. Exhale, bring your hands down to your heart space. And now we move. Inhale the arms high. Exhale, hinge forward at your hips. Dive down, dive deep, let go. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant your hands. Step your right foot back and then your left foot back. Exhale, first time all the way down onto your bellies. Inhale, Bhujangasana, baby cobra. Peel your heart off of the mat. Exhale, chin down. Now tuck those toes, bend those knees, push your hips up, find your tabletop position, and then lift your hips high, downward facing dog. From here, inhale, lift those heels high, press those tippy toes down, bend those knees, exhale, hop, step, or float your feet up towards your hands. Inhale, rise up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, rise up, reach up, lift all the way up, Utthita Hastasana. Press those palms. Exhale, seal that energy down into your heart space where you need it the most. Inhale the arms high. Exhale, dive forward. Finish the fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Left foot steps back, then right. Lower down Chaturanga this time on the exhale. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha, upward facing dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha, downward facing dog. This time take 3 breaths. Making any subtle movements that your body is craving. Allowing your breath, your movements to heat you from within. Now inhale, come onto your tippy toes. Bend your knees, look forward. On the exhale, hop, step, or float your feet up towards your hands. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, we rise all the way to the top. Exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale, lift the arms and lengthen up through the chest. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step back or hop back this time. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, and exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. This time taking 5 full cycles of breath. You are welcome to bend the knees, make movements. You are welcome to lower the knees and take a child's pose instead. You have 3 more breaths. Again, making this practice your own. Allowing this practice to serve your needs, what your body is craving, what your heart is longing for at this tumultuous time in your life. 1 more breath. And when you're ready, come on to tippy toes again, bend the knees, inhale, look forward, exhale, step or float. Inhale, halfway lift, exhale, release. Inhale, root to rise, expand, extend, and lift. Exhale, Samasthiti. Adding on, inhale to your chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, dive forward, finish that fold. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, plant your hands, step back or hop back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha. Right foot steps forward, in between thumbs, back heel down, heel to heel alignment. Inhale to Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, lower, taking your vinyasa. Inhaling to your back bend. Exhaling, Adho Mukha, left foot steps forward, back heel down, heel to heel alignment. Inhale to rise. Exhale to let go. Once you get to Adho Mukha, take 5 full breaths. And if you need a sanctuary, you never need my permission. to surrender, to come down into your child's pose, toes together, knees wide apart, letting your torso sink down in between the thighs. Bringing those hips to the heels. When you're ready, if you're ready, finding your way back into your downward facing dog. Come onto the tippy toes, big breath in, look forward, bend the knees, big breath out, step or float. Inhale halfway, exhale release. Inhale chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale stand all the way up, Namaste. Keep on going, keep on flowing. Inhale to your chair pose. Exhale, dive forward, finish the fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back or hop back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, flowing through your vinyasa. We meet in down dog. We float the right foot in between the thumbs, left heel down. Inhale to your warrior one. Exhale to your vinyasa, or simply stepping back into your downward facing dog. Yogis always have a choice. If you're still flowing with me, left foot forward, back heel down. Inhale to warrior one. Exhale, vinyasa, or no vinyasa, your choice again. Five full breaths. Each time that you reset and come back into your downward facing dog, acknowledge the transformation that's happening even here on your mat. From the first moment we took this pose, to how stiff our bodies were, to how tight we were moving through space, to even now, the heat, the energy, the prana that's now flowing through your blood. Come on to the tippy toes, deep breath in, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, hop, step, or float. Inhale, halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, Utkatasana. And this time we hold, we pause. Look down, make sure you can see your toes. You can even wiggle them a bit, shifting your weight to your heels. And then spread the toes, root them back down. Can you sit a little bit lower? Good. Can you drop the shoulders away from the ears? From here, draw the arms out, lift the right knee up, and then step your right foot back. Inhale your arms all the way up into your crescent pose and sit low. Good. Here, you want to make sure that your hips are square, that your left foot is rooted down and your left knee is stacked over your left ankle. Now can you draw the tailbone down? Lift the frontal hip bones up. Keep pressing down into your back right toes. The ball of your foot is rooted. Take one more breath. And then on your inhale, come back into your chair pose. Exhale your arms out. Inhale your left knee up. Exhale, step back into your crescent pose. Reaching the arms high. Finding it again. Right foot is rooted down into all four corners of the foot. Right knee is stacked over the ankle. The hips are square. The back left toes are drawing down into the earth. Take a deep breath. Exhale here. Inhale, lean forward, back into your chair pose. Exhale, stand all the way up. Namaste. Good. Inhale, back into your chair. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back or hop back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale to your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now lift that right leg up just hip height and square the hips, leveling out the hips. Can you draw energy out through your right heel? Drawing it back on that diagonal, toes drawing down towards the floor. Now think about both palms pressing equally down. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose and see if you can just hover here. Round through your spine. Lift up by pressing your palms down into the earth. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. You're breathing. Inhale your right leg back up. Exhale, knee to your nose. Look between the thumbs. This time, step your right foot in between the thumbs. Inhale once more to your crescent pose. But this time, right away on your exhale, cactus the arms. Find an opening in your chest, letting your heart rise up towards the sky. Feel your collarbones expanding, your shoulder blades drawing closer together on your back. Inhale the arms high. Exhale, cactus the arms, bend the left knee so it hovers above the earth. Inhale, lifting up to crescent. Exhale, bending that left knee down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, cactus the arms, bend the knee. One more, inhale up. Exhale, vinyasa. From here, float that left leg up just like we did on the first side. And notice how the right leg will feel much different than the left leg already. Draw energy out through that left heel. Keep those hips nice and square. Press equal weight into both hands. Take a deep breath in. Exhale your knee to your nose, and we're just gonna pause here and breathe here. Now press down into all four corners of your hands. Lift up in the forearms. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Look down between those thumbs. Gently press and step your left foot there. Pause. Inhale, rise up to your crescent pose. Exhale, cactus the arms. Finding a nice heart opener in this position. Think about your sternum rising upwards. Your shoulder blades melting down the back. Now inhale the arms high. Exhale, bend that right knee, let it hover. Good, inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise back up to your crescent. Exhale, frame your left foot. Take a vinyasa if you choose. And once you get into your downward facing dog, take 5 full cycles of breath. Let it go, maybe surrender, dropping down into your child's pose. Breathe. If anything is surfacing for you, as emotions sometimes do as we move through poses, we're moving energy around in our bodies, and sometimes emotions come to the surface. If they do, sigh it out, let it go. You can't transform, change, and grow unless you make room, unless you make space. Okay, from here, coming onto the tippy toes, bend the knees, inhale. Bottom of your exhale, hop, step, or float. Inhale, rise up halfway. Exhale, release. Inhale, rise up, reach up, lift all the way up, palms kiss. Exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale, into your chair pose. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back or hop back, chaturanga, flowing through your vinyasa. If you're getting tired, you can skip them. Inhale that right leg up, just hip height. Exhale, step your right foot in between your thumbs, back heel down, heel to heel alignment as we inhale to Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, sink a little bit lower. We've been here before. Now root into the outer edges of both of your back foot. Root into all 4 corners of your right foot. Sink a little bit lower. Breathe. Now draw your hands behind you. See if you can interlace them. If not, you're welcome to grab a strap. Draw the fist down towards the earth. Lift up through your heart. Take a deep breath. Exhale, find yourself in humble warrior. Perhaps your right shoulder is beginning to nuzzle its way to the inner right knee. Maybe the crown of your head is diving down towards the earth and gravity is helping you along with this pose. If you can, start to draw your right hip back in space, still trying to square the hips, finding a neutral pelvis, and breathe. Your drishti can be on your back left foot or down on the earth below. Now release your hands. Inhale, rise up to your warrior two, and open up. Spread those arms nice and wide. Find that front heel to back arch alignment. Sink deep into the pose. I want you to get that nice balance between effort and ease. So the effort is to push and spread those feet wide like you're spreading the mat. The ease is to find a balance within the torso where you feel like you're floating in space. Shoulders stacked over the hips, arms wide and open like wings. Flip the right palm up, inhale, reach forward. Exhale, reverse your warrior. You're still bending deeply into that right knee. Reach back with your right fingertips. Allow that left hand to land above or below your left kneecap. Inhale, back up to warrior two. Exhale, you can cartwheel the hands. And this time, if you'd like to take a three-legged vinyasa, you are welcome to. Good, now step that left foot forward in between the thumbs. Heel to heel alignment. Inhale, rise. Virabhadrasana 1. This time rooting down into all four corners of the left foot and the outer edge of your right foot. Bend deeply into that left knee, stacking it over the ankle. And we want to plug that left thigh bone deep within the hip socket, trying to bring our right hip bone forward in an effort to find a neutral pelvis. Inhale, reach to the fingertips. Exhale, drop the hands behind you, interlace with the other thumb on top. Let it be the awkward way. Shoulder blades melt, heart rises. Big breath in. Exhale, let go. Dive down, dive deep. Into the pose. Allow gravity to take you there, to your edge, your deepest point. You're connecting with your breath. Press down into your feet. Inhale, rise all the way up. And open up to your warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. So left knee is stacked over ankle. Press down into the outer edge of your right foot. Bend deeper. Find space within the body. Find space within the shape. Now send energy out through the fingertips. Gaze out past your left middle finger. And tune in right now to your inner strength, your inner warrior. Flip the left palm up. Reach forward on an inhale. Exhale, reach back. Reverse warrior. Breathe. Inhale, rise. Exhale, cartwheel the hands. If you took a three-legged vinyasa on the first side, you can do that again. Once you get to your downward facing dog, shake out your head or nod it. Release any sighs that need to come out of your mouth and any energy or heat that you need to let go of. Good. From here, inhale your right leg up towards the sky and exhale, step your right foot in between your thumbs. Inhale to your crescent pose. Exhale, cactus the arms. We have been here before. Inhale the arms up and exhale, bring your hands down to your hips. Draw that left heel down, straighten both legs. Now set yourself up here. If heel to heel alignment doesn't work for you in pyramid pose, Parshvottanasana, you can step your left foot off to the left a bit, coming onto train tracks rather than a tightrope. Now take your right hand to your right hip bone, draw it back in space. Lift up into the crown of your head, lengthening high. Now you can take any variation of your hands. If you'd like to join me, you can take reverse Namaste. If that's not available, you can clasp opposite elbows, or you can simply reach your arms forward. If you're taking reverse Namaste, press down into your feet. Inhale, rise up through your torso, and then exhale, come into your pose, your pyramid. Find your breath. Now you should feel this in your right hamstring. Stay with your breath. If your shoulders are creeping up towards your ears, lengthen them away from your ears. Draw your shoulder blades down your back and in towards your body. Keep pressing into the mound of your right big toes. You find even more length. Trying to keep your hips square and level. Good. Now if your hands are in reverse Namaste, you can now bring them down to the earth. You can now walk them forward and tent the fingertips and drape your body over your right leg. Now take a different variation of the pose. Lift your right toes up, coming onto your heel, and lift your left heel up, coming onto your back toes. Just feel what that's like to send energy forward and back. Now plant your feet flat. Bend your right knee, shift weight into your right foot, and lift that left leg up just hip height. Finding a standing L shape. Good. Now from here, walk your left hand underneath your face or left shoulder, and try to inhale your right arm up towards the sky. Finding Pavrita Trikonasana. You're still working level hips here, neutral pelvis. You're still sending energy out through your left heel and firming your left quad. Otherwise, it's like lifting a wet noodle. Keep reaching through your right fingertips. Maybe challenge your balance and look up. And then bring your right hand back down to earth. From here, bring your hands to your heart space, finding your warrior three. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale into your chair pose. Inhale, stand tall. Exhale, Samasthiti. Take a moment, bow your head. Feel that prana swirling through your body. Feel that heat. Feel your breath. And most importantly, as you press your thumbs to your heart, feel that life force beating inside of you. A reminder to keep going, to not give up. Inhale to your chair. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. You can step back or hop back. Chaturanga Dandasana, flowing through your vinyasa. Now floating that left leg up just hip height. And stepping your left foot in between your thumbs. Inhale, rise up to your crescent pose. Exhale, sit a little bit deeper. Breathe here. Now when you're ready, bring your hands to your hips. Drop your right heel down, straighten both legs. Maybe step your right off to the right a little bit, maybe shorten your stance. Take your left hand, draw your left hip bone back in space. Think about drawing the tailbone down, but soften the frontal hip bones, lengthen through the spine. Again, you're welcome to take reverse Namaste or a different arm variation. Big breath in. Exhale, hinge forward at the hips. Finding your pyramid pose and breathe here. You're looking to press down into the left mound of the big toe. You're looking to draw length up in the inner arches and outer ankles. You're looking to find that neutral pelvis by drawing that left hip back, right hip bone forward. And then lengthen through the spine, expand through the collarbones. Draw the sternum forward. Breathe. Now you can stay if you want to stay, or you can bring your hands down onto the floor. Then you can walk your hands slightly forward off of the mat, tenting the fingers. Now let's try that other variation where we float our left toes up, lift our right heel up, and try shifting forward and back. Really getting into that left hamstring. Now plant that left foot down, bend your left knee, and lift that right leg up in space, finding standing L shape. Fingertips are under the shoulders. Good, now kick through that right heel. Straighten that right leg as much as you can. Breathe here. If you want to take the twist, bring the right hand underneath your face and lift that left arm up towards the sky. Breathe. Allow the twist to happen from the torso and not the hips. Try to keep those hips square, finding integrity in the pose. We twist to wring out the bad. We twist to detoxify. We twist to wring out negativity, to create space, to find a fresh start, to be able to open up, to expand, and to receive growth, change, transformation. Big breath in. Exhale the hand down. I know you're tired because I am. Try bringing your hands to your heart center, finding your warrior three. Inhale into your Utkatasana pose. Exhale, stand all the way up. Samastitihi. And now we shake. We shake it out. We sigh it out. We let it go. Okay, we are warm. We have twisted. We have prepared for a nice pose, dancer pose. Okay, so bring your hands to your hips, finding your Tadasana, your mountain pose. First, we'll lift up our right toes, we'll spread them, and we'll root them back down into the mat. Good. Now put all of your weight into that right foot. Make a little shelf with your left forearm. Kick up that left foot and bring your left hand to the inside of your left foot. Now the tendency is to splay your knees apart. We want to keep our left knee drawing down towards the earth. Now think about what's happening with your pelvic girdle. I want you to draw your tailbone down and lift the frontal hip bones up. Good. Now maybe float the right arm forward. Set an intention. Set your gaze past your fingertips. Good. Now, following your drishti, your intention, you're going to start to draw that left foot, kicking it into your left hand, and it's automatically going to lift up into space. Now you're welcome to stay here, or you're welcome to reach your right fingertips forward, finding the full expression of your dancer pose, your back bend, your balance. Woo! And if you're like me and you fall out of it, let it go. It happens. Some days we find balance, some days we are completely out of balance and alignment, especially now. So when you're ready, breathe, exhale, come back to your Tadasana, mountain pose. And then lift your left toes up, spread them, root them down into the earth. Shift your weight into all four corners of your left foot and firm the left quad. Make a shelf with your right forearm this time. Draw your right foot up. Draw it into your hand from the inside so you're holding onto the top of your foot. Left arm reaches forward. Now before we even move, we root down to rise. We grow an inch. Good. Then we start to kick our right foot into our hand. We softly let our gaze land out past our left fingertips. Maybe we find a deeper expression of the pose. As long as you're breathing deeply, keep on going. Your breath will always give you away. Your breath will always keep your ego in check. Take another inhale. Exhale. Slowly come back to Tadasana and let it go. Good. When you're ready, we're actually going to take a chair pose to lower down slowly and mindfully onto our seats. So big breath in, lift through the sternum. Exhale, sit down a little bit deeper. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, sit down a little bit deeper. Inhale, rise. Exhale, sit low, 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 low. Give yourself a hug. You deserve it. Tuck your chin, close your eyes. Now bring your hands beside your hips. Separate your feet wider than your hips. And just draw your knees down to one side and then the other side. Going at your own pace here, breathing deeply. Nice. And then cross your ankles, come forward into your tabletop position again. And from here, I want you to step your right foot to the outside of your right pinky, finding a passive gecko pose. Look back at your left leg, make sure it's parallel to the side of your mat. Your heel is drawing straight up towards the sky. Walk your hands underneath your shoulders, and you can start to draw your chest forward, lengthening through the spine. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Breathe here. If you want more, you can bring your forearms down onto blocks or the mat. Keep finding length in the spine by drawing your heart space forward, not down. If you want even more, you can take your right hand gently to the inside of your right knee or thigh and open up externally, rotating through the hip, coming onto the outer edge of your right foot. If you want even more, bend that left knee. Reach back with your right hand. Maybe hold on to your foot and find a nice quad stretch amidst everything else. A lot is happening, so stay where you are, stay where you're comfortable, that balance between effort and ease, and breathe. And when you're ready, without slingshotting that foot down, relax, release. Draw the toes under and come back now into an active gecko pose. So lift that back left knee off of the ground. Continue to stack those shoulders over those wrists and sit a little bit lower into the hips to really open up that left hip flexor. Keep drawing the heart forward. Now just for fun, can you draw that right knee up towards your right shoulder? Can you drop the knee down to the wrist? Inhale it up. Exhale, lower. Inhale it up. Exhale, lower. Inhale it up. And lift the right leg up towards the sky. First time we're opening up the hips, so go for it. Bend the right knee. Maybe make circles with your knee in the sky, or rotate your ankle. Maybe flip your dog. Allow yourself to feel what you feel.
Allow yourself to recognize even a simple transformation that you've made on your mat in the last, 50 moments or so. That's where change begins, with little steps. Day by day, moment by moment, breath by breath. Inhale the right leg back up. And exhale, lower it to meet the right. Bend one knee at a time. And when you're ready, float that left leg up, big breath in. Exhale, step your left foot to the outside of your left pinky, coming into a passive gecko or lizard pose. So again, you want to turn your gaze back towards your right leg. Make sure it's parallel to the side of your mat. And then what happens here is we dump in our shoulders. So press into your hands to lift up through the forearms, draw out of the shoulders, and then lengthen the sternum forward. Breathe. If you want more, come down to the forearms. If you want even more, take your left hand this time, bring it to the inside of your left thigh or knee, and gently open up that hip, rolling onto the outer edge of your left foot, flexing your left foot. And then if you want even more, bend your right knee, reach back with your left hand to grab the top of your foot, opening up your chest towards the sky. When you're ready, slowly touch those right toes down to the earth. Bring your left hand underneath your shoulder. Walk both hands underneath your shoulder and draw that left knee back up towards the ceiling, left foot in towards the midline. Now dig those right toes back and lift up through the right knee, but sink the hips even lower. Breathe here. Now if you wanted that little challenge again on this side, you know what's coming. Bring that left knee up towards your armpit. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, knee to wrist. Inhale to the armpit. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And lift that left leg up towards the sky. Opening up the hip this time. Drawing the left heel towards your tailbone. Maybe rotating the ankle, or maybe making big circles with your knee in the sky. If you want even more, touch those left toes down to the earth, trusting that the earth will catch you. Finding your wild thing. And then come back down, lifting the left leg back up, three-legged dog, and then lower left foot to meet right. From here, you can bend the knees, take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, do a jump through, or find your way into a seated position. So we made the butterfly mudra with our hands, but we haven't taken butterfly pose, Baddha Konasana. So bring the soles of your feet together. Widen your knees apart. Get onto those sits bones. Sit up tall. Inhale. Exhale. Come on down. Surrender. Let go. And then begin to walk those fingertips back towards your feet. Take the hands to the outsides of the knees and gently draw your knees back together. From here, moving slowly, moving with our core. Inhale the arms forward. Exhale, tuck the chin, undulating the spine, rolling down vertebrae by vertebrae. Take your time.
When you get there, draw your hands beside you. Walk your feet in. Now you are welcome here to take a series of 3 of your favorite back bends. Just because I brought you down onto your mats on your backs doesn't mean that you have to stay here. For the first back bend, if you would like, take bridge pose. Make sure you can graze the backs of your heels with your fingers. Your feet are parallel, hips distance apart. Root down into your feet, tuck your chin slightly like you're holding a soft peach. And lift your hips up towards the sky. Perhaps walk one shoulder underneath you and then the other, interlacing your hands, drawing your fists down towards your heels. If you want more, lift onto those tippy toes and breathe. Where can you create space in this pose? Try to release the glutes and draw the tailbone towards the knees. Taking one more big breath in. Exhale, release your hands, lower down, vertebrae by vertebrae. If you'd like, you can separate your feet as wide as your mat and knock your knees together, close your eyes. Back bends are supposed to rejuvenate you, re-energize you, bring new life, new blood circulating through you. It's a heart opener. You're offering your heart up. You're surrendering to what's to come, knowing that we do not control it. If you'd like, second bridge. Lift up your hips by pressing down into your feet. Interlace your hands the opposite way this time, other thumb on top. And draw your heart backwards in space. Breathe here. Let your feet do the work. Try to relax your glutes again. Take one more breath. Maybe come onto your tippy toes. And exhale. Slowly lower down, vertebrae by vertebrae. This time, if you would like, you can windshield wiper those knees side to side. Third back bend. If you practice Urdhva Dhanurasana, upward facing bow only, I will cue you into this pose. If not, please take a bridge pose as an alternative option. From here, feet are parallel and hips distance. Inhale the arms up towards the sky. Bend the elbows, fingertips reach down and back underneath the shoulders. Now notice what happens to your elbows if they're splaying apart. Draw them in towards the midline. Now lengthen through the tailbone, drawing navel to spine. Good. Now press into those feet. Lift your hips up and then come on to the crown of your head. Finding integrity in the pose, drawing the shoulders in and down your back. Drawing the elbows closer together, stacking them over wrists. Then press yourself up, straightening the arms, maybe straightening the legs. And breathe. Your feet are doing a lot of the work as your energy is drawing backwards in space. Heart drawing back. Now can you draw the tailbone towards the knees? Can you lift the sternum but soften the frontal ribs? Maybe coming on to your tippy toes, take one more breath in. And you come out by tucking your chin to chest, bending the elbows, rolling down onto the back of your head, through the spine. And then from here, since that was our last back bend, hug the knees in towards your chest. Now feel free to rock side to side or forward and back. Feel free to make circles with your knees in one direction, massaging out your sacrum, and then the other direction. Keep your right knee drawn in, lengthen out your left leg, give it a good squeeze. And then draw your knee over towards the left, opening your right arm like a wing. Breathe here. as we wind down in class, we start to realize how far we have come, right? In the last 60 moments, we have taken a journey together. We have moved our bodies, moved through our breath, moved through our emotions. It's always good to reflect on where we've been, to change the path that we're on. When you're ready, bring your right knee back up to center. Hug both knees in to neutralize the spine. Big breath in. Exhale. Lengthen out your right leg and give that left knee a good squeeze. And gently cross it over your body, over the midline, coming into a supine twist. Left arm this time is open like a wing. Both shoulder blades are drawing down towards the floor. And if it's okay on your neck, you gaze out over your left fingertips. So when life is uncertain, as it is right now, when life is unpredictable and we are stuck in limbo, all we can do is try and change the moment that we're in. So it's very normal to let this tragedy of what's happening consume us. And the only way we can overcome it is by finding the silver lining, the optimism, and gratitude for what we do have. Only then can we find change. Only then can we transform. Bring your left knee back in towards your chest, big breath in. Exhale here. Draw both knees in. And just for this moment in time, curl yourself into a tight little ball. Make yourself feel small. Make yourself feel safe and secure. Start to squeeze everything in your body. Start to squeeze your toes and your feet and your legs, your hips, your belly and shoulders and arms and fingers, even your face and eyes. Good. Now as you're squeezing, take a nourishing inhale through your nose and hold your breath all the way at the top. Hold it. Exhale, release, sprawl open. You've arrived. Shavasana, corpse pose. A pose where you can simply be. A pose where you can let go. A pose where you can surrender. There's nothing else for you to do. The transformation in your day has already taken place. All that I ask is that you are open to it. Soften your feet. Allow your legs to feel heavy. Anchor your hips into earth. And feel earth coming up to meet you, to support you, to hold you. Allow your back body to let go. Relax your shoulders. Relax your fingers. And now turn your attention to your heart space. If there is any tension, any anxiety still that remains, any worry or heaviness on your heart, you're going to take a deep breath in, a healing breath in. And exhale, sigh it out. Relax your throat. Soften your jaw, your face, and windows to your soul. Trust that you are exactly where you are supposed to be. You are safe. You are supported. You are loved. So now you can rest. You are welcome to stay in Shavasana for as long as you would like. Instead of bringing you out of this pose, all that I ask is that you draw your hands together in prayer at your heart center. If there's one wish that I could give you for your day, it's this. May your day be filled with magic. And may you not be too busy, too worried, or even too complacent to see it. Namaste.